Welcome back all, I'm Anna. We're back with some more Teddy's Haven. It's my third video of the game. And we're going to progress a little further today, hopefully. We ended the last video with me progressing a little further in the shop, adding more materials, expanding it a little bit, exploring a little bit. Today, it is my intention to try and make enough money so that we can expand the shop and also get some divider walls and customize the shop a little bit. That's my goal anyway. Whether that happens or not remains to be seen. In my last video, we talked about how randomly some of these big icons that give you buffs appear in the land, and that you should be hitting those up before you start your shop sales day, because these buffs can give you extra profits or possibly extra materials. So I don't recall exactly what this turtle gave us last time I played, but we're gonna go find out. There is one on the other side of the map that is an everyday buff giver, and that's usually 10% on shop profits. We're gonna go find what this one gives us before we start the game day and allow the customers to come in to purchase products. So I'm walking on water. I feel like a little bit like Jesus. I don't know what the developer has planned for water, but I understand fishing is in the works, although that hasn't been released yet. Also, I noticed today before starting the game there was a patch. I had to wait for it to finish downloading, so I don't know what the patch is for. There were no notes in Steam for that. So we're just gonna run over and talk to this guy and see what he's willing to give. Let's grab some berries while we're here. Not necessarily sure that I need them, but may as well take advantage of the mats to collect while we're here and get some of these blue shards. Alright, so I'm going to try and fly, which flying is double jump. So you hit your A button once to jump, hit it twice to fly. While we're heading in this direction, if you look over, you might see some other buff givers, but I'm not seeing any at the moment. So we're just going to hang with this guy and find out what he's willing to give us for the day. All right. And we're going to get 25% today. Nice. That's super awesome. I did try going out to get that crystal once. That was a royal pain in the butt. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be out there. It was very glitchy, a lot of pixelating and missing graphics. So I don't know if that's something planned for the future, or I just haven't figured out yet how to get out over there safely and actually access that floating crystal. But while we're here in the vicinity, let's go ahead and grab these materials. I also think there's some animals over here we can harvest from. Yeah, so let's go ahead. Oh, we got milk and a fox. Let's grab some of this lavendrite shard and see what these guys are willing to give us. Milk helps us with making cheese, and this fox-like creature, I believe, gives the red textile that we can turn into thread. There's only one that I've seen in the game so far, a red one, and one blue one. The blue one's over there across the land. But like I said, while we're out here, before we head anywhere else, may as well grab these materials. And it also allows me to see if there's any more buff givers for the day. Get up here and get these crystals or shards. Alright. There's a blue one down here, a couple green ones. Some more animals to grab materials from. There's some turtles over here too. There they are. I'm navigating the motion sickness a little bit better, but it's still not 100% for me to feel comfort, which is why I'm keeping my videos a little shorter. I would really like to see the developer bring a true third-person view to the game. There supposedly is a third-person view if you use T on your keyboard, but it's not a true third person. It's barely enough of a difference, and it doesn't stop the motion of the screen. I did adjust my settings and my graphics quite a bit, almost down to minimal, or the minimum setting allowance, and it helps some, but not enough for me to keep from feeling nauseous. Alright, we got some textiles, and before we leave this area, we're going to head down here to the alligators and grab some of those materials. Mocha dial. You get mocha scale. And I mentioned in my previous video, most of these animals, most of them, except for like the sheep, I think, you get one mama and a bunch of babies. Alright, so looking around while we're moving, I'll hit fly to get us over this water a little quicker. May as well grab some of these animals, offerings too. And then we'll head over to the normal daily, everyday buff giver that's always present. Alright, grab some milk. Alright. And we can farm and explore in a little bit. I want to start the sales day because I want to make some money. I'm really looking forward to expanding my ability to customize the store. And in order to do that, you have to have funds. Here are some more cows, or Elderbron as they're called in the game. That's enough milk for the day to make cheese. And let's grab some more. Some of these rabbits. Get some of their textiles. Wimble hop. Alright. So this guy all the way in the back, he is the one that's here every single day. And you get 10% on extra profits. Well, let's go down here and grab some of these duck eggs too. So these duck eggs, I believe, are light green in comparison to the chicken eggs, which are white. There's mama duck. And the last baby duck, Quackery. And this guy right here, he's here every single day. He gives a little bit of a story and always gives 10%. And these buffs do stack. So the other one gave 25%. This one will give 10%. And we'll end up with 35% extra in profits today. Alright, there's my 10% for a total of 35% today. While we're here, let's grab some of the benefits in the land right here, which are some green crystals. I think there were 2 out here. Yep, there was. And back here is a computer on the ground. Totally random, but you get a toy. And even though the computer is giving you 1 RAM, which is memory in computer terms, it's actually a RAM toy. So I'm just going to go around from behind here. May as well mine this while we're here too. And it's giving sun glow ore and some stone. I find the little guys don't give much other than stone, but every once in a while I'm surprised. Ooh. Little motion wave there. And we can use this stone up here, which will bring us back. Or we can hit the right menu button and hit teleport to home. So here we are. Now I do want to go and get more apples up there from the orchard and grab that stone and anything else. There's also some dinosaurs down here. So I want to really make sure that I harvest some of the good stuff. But before we do that, I don't want to waste any time in the day. I want to get some profits going here. Each complete game day is important. And then also while we're here, we need to... Oh, it says it's ready to harvest. Nice. I got fresh earth bud. And this one's ready to harvest. Fresh Cocorado. I don't know. I'm probably really fudging up all these pronunciations. So let's go ahead and plant more seeds. I'm going to access my inventory. I do have some seeds in here. Emerald leaf, earth bud, and this one here. So let's plant that one. And let's plant some emerald leaf. Okay, so one thing I noticed is these things are falling through the ground right here. Something the developer needs to fix. One day they completely fell in the earth. So if you just move your cursor around and your little white dot becomes a circle, whether even if they're under the ground, you can still retrieve them. So let's plant some of those. Oh wait, don't I have to? There we go. Okay, I'll drop that. And plant those. Good deal. And I think what I'm going to do is just drop these right here for the moment. They will eventually end up back in my bag after a day cycle passes. Here's my water wand. Alright. Alright. Let's put that back. I'm going to leave those there for the moment. Let's grab a few sunberries or soulberries. I don't think I really need to be collecting any more of these. I just can't help myself when I walk past them. And may as well grab my 3 apples a day from this tree. And let's go in there and get the day going. So if you followed along in the previous video, I expanded my shop twice. I do want to expand it more and take out this wall, but I don't necessarily know if that's going to give me that room or not. And before I do that, I want to have the ability to build divider walls and archways so I can make some separate rooms and make one a weapon room, one a jam room, you know, just stuff like that. I want to organize it better. And I don't know how y'all are, but I like having the windows open. It doesn't make me feel so claustrophobic. And we can't forget to give Teddy some love. Hey, Teddy. If you followed along in the previous video, these are all my crafting stations. Again, another reason for wanting to have a separate room. I may even incorporate these into their individual rooms. For example, in my jam room, I may put the jam maker in whatever room I choose to make for the ore. I may have my ore to ingot maker. I don't know yet. This is a honey collection. I might want to put this outside. Bread, you know, put with the textiles. Beer, you know, making, or fuzzy brew is what they call it. Cheese with dairy. I haven't decided yet. But before we do anything, let's get our extra money. In my previous video, I mentioned, if you look in the upper right corner, I have 538.47 in money. But this yellow square gives me free money every day, which is kind of cool. And just kind of looking at things. Nice to have some curtains. I don't know if that's part of the decor packages you can buy, but I do kind of want to start the day with getting the profits going. So let's light that candle. In the meantime, I am going to load up my crafters and get that rolling. And I can already see that I have jams and so on, but I kind of want to make some different things. So I'm going to look for things that I have the most of. And I'm seeing that now ghost berries come from the springtime. So I'm not going to use up those. Let's see here. We got heart gleam. I don't think I've made that jam yet. So let's get a case of those. Let's also get some ore to turn into ingots. I'm pretty certain I've already made just about every one so far. The amber root. There's a manasite. Pebble bright. I could use some pebble bright. Alright. And then how about some milk to make cheese? And what else did we have? Oh, we need honey and fruit to make fuzzy brew. And so now we gotta go back to produce. And we got the most soul berries, so let's use that. And let's go ahead and get these things going in our crafters. I know an overnight day passing cycle will produce the end product, but I don't know if starting these now is what actually gets it going. I'm just doing it to do it and be done with it so I don't forget to do it before ending a day cycle. And there's my berries. Good jam. I think I have already made this red jam. And let's get rid of that grate and give Teddy some love. Here's our fuzzy brew. And I do need some bread. So, and I need to make gems. So I'm gonna have to get more textiles from the animals and more shards to make more gems. Give Teddy some more love. Oh, and increase level with Teddy. Okay, so what am my largest shard collection here? Blue sky. And turn right. Let's just go to here. How's that? So, looks like I've already made gems from the fern bright. Maybe we should make some, and we made some from Lunareth. How about some out of Boundium? Let's try that. And then we need some more thread. So we used the tan last time. Let's make some white this time. Alright, put that in my thread maker. And let's put this in the gem maker. My goal for the store is to not only have the shards displayed, but the gems next to them. Same thing with the ingots and so on. So right now I'm just building up stock. I haven't displayed any of these end results yet on shelves because I really don't have enough shelves. Although I do have an empty shelf over there for jam. Let's see, which one do we want to use? How about some velvet? Let's use that one. And let's go ahead and put that on the shelf. Yeah, I don't have any velvet over here. Let's go ahead and stock that. And we also need to change the price to market value. I discussed that in my last video. And let's go ahead and throw away this crate. We're into nighttime now, so our customership should eventually fade off here. But it's kind of neat to see them shopping. I really do want to organize this a lot better and make it more appealing, because from what I read, if your customers are happy, they will purchase more. So, kind of like a Sims game. You know, you got to keep the customers happy in order for them to keep. Oh, we need to give this some water. So while these guys are out shopping, I think I'm gonna purchase an additional wand for watering soon, so I can keep one inside and keep one outside. But let's just go ahead and grab this and take this inside and water it. It's kind of a pain in the butt. I do like the terrarium inside. It looks like nice decor. So it might be smart to have an interior wand for watering and an exterior wand. Did that actually give me my water? Yeah, I think so. Okay, good. Alright. We'll put this back. And I know I mentioned earlier that if you put something on the ground, and then when you go to bed at night and end the work day, it will automatically appear back in your bag. But I'm kind of OCD about stuff like that, so I'm just gonna grab it and put it in my bag while I'm in here. There it is. Oh, we leveled up. Now, if you notice I'm moving a little slow with my camera, it's because I slowed everything down because of the motion sickness. So I apologize. I had a really traumatic head injury a while back, and it's just part of what I have to live with now. A lot of motion sickness when things move too rapidly. And unfortunately, gaming is part of that. I still don't know what that's for. Hey, Teddy, that's more love. Good boy. Alright. So we have made the most money today, which is super sweet because I did want to get that upgrade for constructing and for expanding my shop. So I can't be more pleased. Oh, that's cool. Full armor. That almost looks like heavy gear from the other games I played, heavy armor. But yeah, I definitely want to increase my store size. I want to define it a little better, decorate it a little better, make it more aesthetically pleasing. I also want to redefine some of the shelving, and I'm not going to do that now. I do have 2 empty shelves here, so I want to redo this. But before I do any of that and take all this stuff down and go through the motions, I do want to redefine the store layout. In my previous video, I mentioned every time you visit one of those large buff creatures and you get a buff, a little light will stack here on the wall. And that lets you know what your day's buffs are for like profits. So in the morning, after the next game cycle is created, those colorful little dots on the wall won't be there until we go revisit the daily one and then whatever else appears. I also mentioned in my other video that I put some marketing out here with also the cashiers, just for the simple fact that if somebody, one of the customers, only wants berries and that's it, they'll get through that portal quicker and a new customer will come through quicker. So I definitely plan on doing something with that down the road too, but for now it's just to get the quick shoppers through the portal quicker. And it looks like our customers are gone, so this might be the end of the day. Let's kind of take a look and see what we're looking at as far as emptiness is concerned. Everything looks pretty well stocked, and that's because of the stalkers that I bought. I bought 2 of them. Looks like we had enough weapons. The stalkers took care of that. We do need more toys. They're selling, but you can only visit that one RAM computer once per day to get additional toys. You can also buy toys and stock them. And I did notice there was some other toys in the land, but I really haven't figured out how to obtain those yet. We have an empty shelf up here. And if you remember, I said when I put the shards down, or the ore, I want to put its corresponding end product. So for this one, it's sangrelith ore, and I made sangrelith ingots. So I want to put the ore and the ingots and so on. So that's going to require more shelves, which is also going to require more space. So it looks like we made 3,300 today. I'm super pleased with that. That makes me very happy. So let's go and pay some bills. We have to pay rent. We have to pay our employees. And we have to pay a loan back. So that leaves me with 2,700. And how much is left on my loan? So maybe tomorrow I'll be able to pay off the whole loan, which is really sweet. All right, so for the upgrade, what do we want here? Collection of figures is from Space Maria. It's 4 items. That's more produce, 4 items. A turtle set, 4 items. Better weapons, 5 items. Decorative books. That's to keep the customers happy, but it's a little pricey, and I don't really have room for them yet. I don't know what that is yet. That's winter items, I think, or enchanted trees. Produce display items. Floriculturists, more decorative greenery. Dining essentials. So that's style and decorative. And here's our expansion, 1,400, which would leave me with 1,500. I don't know if I'm ready to expand just yet. I'm still looking for the ability to create walls and things. That's furniture wall divider, store level 12. Ooh, we're almost there. Store level 11. So maybe the next day we can get that. So maybe I'll hold off on expanding until we can actually use that. We got our management, our finances, and let's go and look for some additional stocking. Looking at what we have currently, want to make sure we don't ever run out. Looks like we still have 9 left. Let's go ahead and purchase some. And some of those as well. Books we're good on. Let's get some hatchets. Some more gauntlets, some more bows, some more quivers. Looks like we have plenty of produce. Let's get some more shivs. And, oh, you know what? I forgot to do the endless bag to storage. I always forget that. Where instead of them stacking here where you have to put them away or stock them, by clicking this, once you reach level 10, whatever you buy will automatically go to your bag. I just always forget to do that. Let's get another bow. How are we doing on slime? Looks like the red ones keep purchasing pretty decently. So that's everything there. And as far as display goes, I don't need any of this. I don't want to get any more decorations until I have more places to put them. Crafting, that is definitely something I want to increase. We already have one of each of all of these at the top. One of those. I don't have one of these yet, or one of these, but I do have a brewer. And I did one additional water wand. So let's get one of those. And let's get another crop plot, because we do have 3 seed options. And what is this? Ether from crystal shards. I'm going to hold off on that for a minute. I do like this idea. There's a lot of stone when you're mining, too much stone. It is used for things, and you can sell it, but you don't get much for it. So it would be nice to get more ore, and it does say random. So I guess you don't know what you're going to get from it. So let's get one of those. Don't need anything for transportation just yet. Eventually I will get one of those. I do believe this is for wiping your store clean when you want to completely redo it. I don't want to get one of those yet, and I don't need paint. So let's go ahead and get these extra weapon materials in the bag. The stalkers can restock the shelves when needed because we have enough inventory. Let's get them in there. And see, this is why you need to get to level 10 and check that arcane box so that all your stuff automatically transfers to your bag. Okay, so let's go in and get the 2 new crafters, which should be under furniture. So there was my gardening plot that I bought. And there is the Orling that I bought. Oh, the wand and the Orling. So let's put this somewhere convenient. Somewhere where we can grab it easily to water that guy. So let's put it right there. How's that look? Yeah? Why not? Alright. And this is that ore converter. It's really small. And little. Where do we want to put him? He's cute. What does he look like? Oh, he's creepy looking in a way. Well, let's just put it down here with the other crafting stuff. May as well. And use a crate to feed as much stone as you want. So let's go get some stones. Is it in the ore? Yep. Oh, we got so much stone. I'll be really curious to see what kind of ore this thing gives us. Oh, he talks. That's cute. Huh. Well, we're just going to feed it. Oh, look. It's already turning the rocks into shards. I love this. This is really going to be a good use of this excess stone. Nice. Alright, let's go ahead and give Teddy some love. And let's take our plot outside and put it with the other 2. And get that other seedling out. Yep, see? It already went back to my bag. And let's go ahead and line. I think I want to put this one in the beginning. Line that up. Good. Oh, there we go. And then let's get the other seed out. It's red. There it is. Earthbud. Alright. Let's go ahead and get it planted. And I'm just going to leave it here. Get the wand. Water it. And there's one more thing I have to do before calling it a night. 2 more things, actually. I forgot to get the eggs for my chickens today. And Any more chickens that I missed? I think I missed this guy right here. Alright, there's one more thing I need to do before I can end the game day. And that is go up to the shrine, create an offering, show some respect, say a little prayer for the family, and let's see what we're going to get today. What do we want to give it? Give it something I haven't done yet. How about... I don't know. I think I want to give it a weapon. I haven't done that yet. I want to look and see what kind of weapons I have the most of. Doesn't look like I have much. How about let's just do this. Let's give it some textile. See what we get from it. So far, all I've been getting is green shards. Alright. Oh, what did I get? Here, let's leave that on the ground. That'll end up in my bag. I got a honey glow crystal. And these are decorative. These aren't really anything that you can sell that I know of anyway. But let's just kind of see what it looks like. I'm going to take it to my house to display it just so I can get an idea and see what it looks like at nighttime. Let's just go ahead and put it there. Oh, that looks pretty. Oh, that's so neat. I can't wait to get more of those. Nice. Alright, well, let's give Kitty some love. And then we're gonna call it... Oh, it looks like somebody's in my bed, doesn't it? We're gonna call it the end of the workday today. Thank you all for tuning in for one more game day session. And hopefully tomorrow we make enough money where I can expand my store. I'll create a new video when that happens. Until then, like the video if you liked it. Share with your friends if you know of anybody that would enjoy watching it. Leave a comment if you feel I can do better or there's something else that you want to see. And I will come back and do this again another time. Thanks all. Have a good day.